Most people use Apple products every single day. Millions wake up to an iPhone alarm, check messages on a MacBook, track their health with an Apple Watch, or listen to music through AirPods. But what many people rarely stop to think about is how extraordinary the company behind those devices really is. Apple did not simply become another successful technology firm. It became the most valuable company in history, reaching a market value measured in trillions of dollars. That kind of scale is extremely rare. Thousands of companies have existed in the technology industry, yet only a handful have ever reached even a fraction of Apple's financial power. What makes this even more remarkable is that Apple did not win through one lucky invention. Its rise was not built on a single product or a single moment. Instead, it came from a set of decisions and strategies that worked together over decades. Those decisions shaped how Apple builds products, how it connects its devices, how it earns money, and how it keeps customers loyal year after year. Understanding these decisions is valuable because they reveal something deeper than just a company's history. They reveal the thinking patterns behind extraordinary success. When you see the structure clearly, you begin to understand why some organizations dominate entire industries while others struggle to survive. Before we begin breaking down these strategies, take a moment to subscribe if you enjoy exploring the real rules and insights behind the world's most successful people and companies. This channel is dedicated to uncovering the systems, ideas, and decisions that shape extraordinary success across business, technology, and investing. Now let's examine how Apple built one of the most powerful companies the world has ever seen. The first key reason behind Apple's rise is an obsessive focus on products. Apple's culture was built around the idea that products must not only function well, but must also feel exceptional to use. From the earliest days of the company, leadership believed that technology should be simple, elegant, and intuitive. This philosophy shaped everything the company built. Devices were designed with careful attention to materials, aesthetics, and user experience. Buttons were reduced, interfaces simplified, and complexity hidden behind clean designs. The goal was always the same: make powerful technology feel effortless. One of the clearest examples of this philosophy is the introduction of the iPhone. When it launched, it replaced several devices people use daily. Instead of carrying a phone, a camera, a music player, and a web browser separately, people could now carry a single device that did all of them beautifully. But Apple did not stop with functionality. It focused on how the product felt in the hand, how the screen responded to touch, and how easily a user could navigate the interface. That level of attention created products people did not just use, they enjoyed using them. And when people enjoy using a product, they become loyal customers. The second major factor behind Apple's success is its ecosystem strategy. Apple did not simply build isolated devices. It built a connected environment where each product strengthens the value of the others. Consider how many Apple products interact seamlessly with each other today. An iPhone unlocks a MacBook automatically. AirPods connect instantly when you open the case. An Apple Watch syncs health data to the phone. Photos appear across devices through the cloud. Products like the MacBook, Apple Watch, and AirPods are not designed as independent devices. They are designed as pieces of a larger network. The operating system that connects many of these devices, iOS, acts as the glue that holds the ecosystem together. This ecosystem creates a powerful advantage. When someone buys their first Apple product, they may enjoy it, but when they buy their second or third device, they begin experiencing the benefits of the ecosystem. Suddenly, everything works together. Files sync automatically, messages appear across devices, music transfers seamlessly. At that point, switching to another brand becomes inconvenient. The ecosystem quietly increases customer loyalty. The third strategic advantage Apple developed is control over the entire experience. Most technology companies specialize in one area. Some design hardware, others build software, others manufacture components. Apple chose a different path. It designs its own hardware, it builds its own software, it operates its own retail stores, it develops its own processors. This vertical integration gives Apple enormous control over how its products function. One of the most important developments in recent years has been the introduction of Apple Silicon. Instead of relying on external chip manufacturers for personal computers, Apple began designing its own processors. These chips were built specifically to match Apple's software and hardware design goals. The result was dramatic improvements in performance and battery efficiency. MacBooks became faster while using less power. Devices operated more smoothly because every layer of the technology stack was designed to work together. Control allows Apple to optimize the entire experience rather than depending on the decisions of other companies. Another critical pillar of Apple's success is brand power. Apple is not simply a technology company, it is one of the strongest brands in the world. For many customers, Apple represents creativity, innovation, and quality. This emotional connection did not appear overnight. It was built through consistent design, marketing, and product experiences over many years. Campaigns such as the famous "Think Different" message helped position Apple as a brand associated with originality and bold thinking. When a brand becomes that strong, something important happens. Customers begin trusting the company before even seeing the product. They assume the device will be well designed and reliable because previous products met those expectations. That trust becomes a powerful competitive advantage. Another element of Apple's success is its approach to pricing. Apple rarely competes by offering the cheapest device on the market. Instead, it focuses on building premium products and charging premium prices. At first glance, this strategy might seem risky. Many companies assume that lower prices attract more customers. Apple proved that the opposite can sometimes be true. When a product delivers exceptional quality, design, and reliability, customers are often willing to pay more. In fact, higher pricing can sometimes reinforce the perception of quality. Apple products became symbols of premium design and advanced technology. As a result, Apple sells fewer devices than some competitors, but earns significantly more profit per device. That profitability fuels further innovation and strengthens the company's financial position. Another reason Apple became the most valuable company in history is its expansion into services. For many years, Apple relied primarily on hardware sales, but the company gradually built a powerful services ecosystem that generates recurring revenue. Services such as Apple Music, Apple TV+, iCloud, and the App Store created new income streams beyond devices. This transformation changed Apple's financial structure. Instead of relying only on one-time purchases of hardware, the company began earning continuous revenue from subscriptions and digital services. Recurring revenue creates stability. It smooths out fluctuations in product cycles and provides predictable income year after year. Finally, Apple's leadership consistently demonstrated long-term thinking. Many companies rush into new markets simply because competitors are moving there. Apple often takes a different approach. The company studies emerging technologies carefully and waits until it believes the experience can be executed at a high standard. Apple rarely aims to be the first company to release a product category. Instead, it aims to release the product that defines the category. The iPhone was not the first smartphone, but when Apple introduced it, the product redefined what a smartphone could be. Touchscreens replaced physical keyboards. Mobile applications became central to the user experience. Entire industries shifted around that device. This pattern shows the power of patience combined with precision. By focusing on perfecting the experience rather than rushing to market, Apple often reshapes entire industries when it finally enters them. When you step back and look at the complete picture, Apple's success becomes clearer. It is not the result of a single brilliant moment. It is the result of multiple systems working together. Relentless focus on product quality created devices people love to use. The ecosystem strategy made those devices work better together. Vertical integration allowed Apple to control every part of the experience. Strong branding created trust and loyalty. Premium pricing strengthened profitability. Services generated recurring income. Long-term thinking ensured that each new product category was carefully executed. Together, these elements formed one of the most powerful business models ever created. Apple did not just build technology products. It built a system where each new innovation strengthens the entire company. And over time, that system turned a small technology startup into the most valuable company in history.